All right, we've got a set of our XT17 outriggers, and we've got a double rigging kit. We're going to show you how to rig your XT outriggers today. These are carbon fiber and titanium internally rigged. We're going to use a double rigging kit, which comes with 2 double halylocks. Comes with Linder & Pittman prime line monofilament, which is 2 millimeter. 400 pound. What we do with these halylocks is we remove the bungee and we replace the bungee with a static cord, and we give you some nice heat shrink here. We don't use this really thick stuff. We use nice 4 millimeter double braided high quality stuff here. We're also going to use, since this boat has got hawse through pipes, we're going to stick a sea-sucker right here. The sea-suckered halyard tensioner has our own titanium screws. You won't have any corrosion. We've got a titanium fair lead here even. Titanium screws here. No stainless steel, no aluminum here at all. So all graphite reinforced composite material, no corrosion issues. So we're on the starboard side of the boat here. We've got our GS300 outrigger mounts. We've got our outrigger strung. We're going to stick the sea sucker under our house pipe so we can hawse down our howlock. So this is the first step we want to do after you've got your outrigger strung. You want to set this up where it's going to fish. So we want to start with the long. Well, actually, you know what? Let's say you need to restring these. Go ahead and snatch that short out. No more short. It's gone. We lost it. XT series. Going to go into the top side of the pulley. We're going to push downward to the entry here. And the entry has got a baffle inside that makes the line come out on its own. The trick is to start with the longs and work yourself inward. Always start with the long and go inward. These outriggers are modular, so this section here is connected to this bottom section, and you can change the twist angle of this section based on how that screw is installed. The same with the tip section. This can be independently adjusted every 45 degrees depending on where you have that screw installed. So we've got this one set up to be starboard side. Let me swap with you again. So as I said, the first thing we want to do is we want to set up everything in the fishing position. Right here we were at probably 30 degree height. I had to give it a number. So a good thing to do when you are using these mounts that adjust from below the top is go all the way to max height first. And then pick a number of revolutions that you're going to go down. And remember that number so you can repeat your setup, because however you rigged, you want to be able to repeat it. Otherwise you'll have varying amounts of tightness or slack in your longs, your mediums, your shorts. In this case, we've got a double rigged 17 outrigger, so we've got a long and a short. So he's going to swing out. He's kind of guiding it with the lines, help out. He's 1 notch back, 1 notch aft from straight out. This thing has got detents, so that you can go straight out. You can go 360 degrees, but they're detents for each setting where it can lock into position. So he's 1 notch back aft from straight out. So he's starting with his long, and the long is going to go aft. Because if you look out from where you're fishing, right? Which one's farther aft? It's the long. So we put the long in the aft side of the howlock. He's determining his length by just overlapping. He's trimming to length. Now he's going to release his tension so that he can reach everything with slack to crimp in our modified Black's RC99 clip. We modify them by drilling the holes out larger to give more freedom. As you can see, the release of the clips goes downward and aft towards the bait. So he went through and gave himself a lot of slack here to give sort of a coil here, rather than trying to crimp everything within the crimp body. The reason for that is so that a set of heavy-duty crimpers can fit around this heavy-duty crimp. This is an AFW 10F8 crimp. Heavy-duty double barrel crimp sleeve is a technical name for it. So what you end up with is that and a perfect crimp, and he snatches tight so that we don't have any kinks in the mono, and we've got freedom for that clip to self-adjust and spin around. So now he's tightened back up using the sea sucker tensioner here. You know, this is all we're doing. Loosen, tighten. So now he's got his short. He's looked up and he's untwisted anything coming out of the exit that's out of sorts. He's just kind of getting everything in order. And the short, as you guess, is going in the forward side of this pulley. Again, this is the starboard side. The long rigger is aft. The short rigger is forward. So I'll give you another close-up of what's going on with this clip. Just giving himself space to work. So this is a plastic release clip, and that plastic is going to come tight against this titanium exit. And there's no need for a stopper ball, and no need for snap swivels, crimps, heat shrinking, any of this stuff. Because we want less windage, we want less complicated. Heavy duty stuff what we're doing now on this short is we're gonna do something a little bit extra for you. We're gonna put in a titanium teaser guide ring below the halyard clip. The teaser guide ring is going to allow us to move and adjust our squid teaser chain, our surface teaser chain, and run it back and forth in between the short and the side of the boat to clear it. We could do a direct pull. We've got an external attachment titanium pad up there. We play around with that sometimes with dredges. You could do a direct pull for your surface teaser as well. But to give a lot of versatility to a boat like this, this is a 26-foot boat. You get a lot of versatility to just put this ring in line in your short outrigger halyard. It's much easier to clear your teaser that way. And you can also adjust that teaser to run perfectly between your flat and your short rigger. So depending on your speed, and depending on your height, and depending on the weight of your teaser, you can adjust things to run perfectly in your spread. So he's leveled out his tension there by feeling the tension on both sides here, both the short and the long. Once he's satisfied, he's going to slack up again. Or actually, you don't even have to slack up with the ring. If you were just putting another clip on, remember we would slack up on our sea sucker halyard tensioner to be able to get access to everything here and crimp it. He's trimming. Everything's nice and tight. Everything's ready to fish. Perfect setup. A lot of versatility, simple, and it stows easily. May as well show you how we do that as well. Let's say you're done fishing. You'll disconnect. We'll swing in. So the outrigger straight back. So let's say you're pulling the boat out and you want a trailer at home. The question we get asked a lot is, what do we do with all these lines? So here's a real quick and dirty so he's got his long tight. What do we do with the short? You've got slack in your short at this point. So he's going around the mount a couple times. He's going to go back up and grab that slack in that short, and then he reversed his directions around the mount. He's just going to go around the mount a couple more times. And just put a hitch or two in there. That's it. So the mount can actually ride flat, or the outrigger can lay flat and ride that way, or you could crank it back up and it could ride 30 degrees or crank it up higher height. So you could of course use a sea sucker up here and pull off the same thing. You just move your sea sucker up here, but like I said, quick and dirty. Got it looking good right here. So that's our internally rigged outrigger, and 400-pound monofilament double rigging kit. Thanks for watching.